Hello everybody and welcome to CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Nick the Jinx Wisniewski along with Kevin the Mayor Bryant, and we are at Holloway Field on the campus of Pioneer High School for some girls field hockey between the Pioneers and the visiting Skyline Eagles. Kev, what are we looking for tonight?
Well, the Skyline is going to be an uphill battle. They're going up against defending state champs on their home turf, and something for the Skyline Eagles to hang their hat on. These Pioneer girls were playing yesterday, so maybe some fatigue will set in and even this matchup out, but I'm anxious to see some field hockey first time this year.
Totally right. Beautiful night for it. Stick around. Kickoff coming up right after this. And here we go, everybody, looking into Holloway Field, as we mentioned on the open. Beautiful, beautiful Monday night here in Southeast Michigan. Warm, sunny, yeah.
I mean, can you dial it up any better?
No, this is perfect. It's funny. I was talking to Coach Nixon before the game, and I asked, "Is this temperature too much? Is it not enough?" She says, "Oh, this is perfect. This is ideal because it's not like some of that super heat and humidity that we've had previously.
Nice
it's not
breeze.
Ice cold where you get hit with the ball and you're feeling it for the next 2 weeks. This is exactly what these players want. Perfect conditions, even though it's still early on in the season here." Got Clara Jones there. Coming out the right side, sent it into the middle, looking to play with Lily Solden. We had a little backhand shot there. Grace Grabowski, midfielder whose name we call an awful lot when we come out to see these games against Pioneers. With the Pioneers, I should say.
Yes, her motor's always going. You'll see her all over the field. She's a forward, but sometimes she'll put on the midi uniform and even drop back into defensive positions.
There's some strong up-front tackling there by Pioneer. The Pioneers, as you mentioned in the open, Kev, defending state champs as of right now. I mean, their record last year wasn't something amazing, but they just kept hammering away, hammering away, hammering away. It came state tournament time, and they just could not be stopped.
And that's great for Coach Dixon. She's a longtime coach here at Pioneer. I remember Maddie Mixner was one of her goalkeepers a couple years ago. Outstanding keeper. She's had a lot of great players here, and just can't say enough good things about Coach Nixon.
No, she's amazing. She's always fun to talk to. She likes to joke. She says she's still learning. She's talking about learning new things about the players in the game as of right now. And you've been around the game as long as she has, and she still has the humbleness to say something like that really speaks volumes to why this program is as strong as it is. Got some wood laid out right in front of the net there.
Yeah, you ever remember that box hockey? That's kind of the way you used to start box hockey, right? Just slap those sticks together before you go after the puck.
That's right. That's right. Thus far, the Eagles have had a hard time getting it out of their zone. And that's because there's some pesky forwards out there for the Pioneers. There's Clara Jones one more time.
And Pioneer has a really stout offense. They were, like I said, they were playing yesterday against a team from Buffalo. I mean, the state, you know, not the city.
Yeah, that is something that the Pioneers have so far this season. You know, it's still early. We're talking early September right now, and they've already played a slew of games.
Yeah, and not just going from the, you know, from teams from New York or even going down to Ohio playing in some of these invitationals. Pioneers are looking to fill out their schedule with the best competition. As you were saying, Coach Nixon, her team peaked late last year. This is a way with, you know, you got 8 seniors, you got 6 juniors on this team. It's a great opportunity to get them some top-notch competition before you get into the tournament time.
Right, that's how you know you test yourself, you test your mettle early against the best that you have, and then as you go through your conference schedule and then get to that state tournament, that's when you're battle tested at that point.
Boy, this is real difficult for you because you're the announcer on this one. All of those lines on the field, you got to decipher what is the 16-yard line, what is the soccer markings out there. There is just abundance of lines out there.
Lots to keep track of. Yeah, forgive me if things get wires get crossed here and there, but we'll do our best out here as always. I do know that one rolled out of bounds. That's going to be Skyline free shot here. Pioneer players did not give a ton of space, though. They're ready to get in there and try to stay on the offensive.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping the ball definitely in their scoring zone. I don't think Skyline's been able to clear it over the midfield line yet.
No, there's another great attack there by Clara Jones, and that's what we're seeing so far is just the forechecking of the Pioneers, and then once the Pioneers get it, they're making some really nice passes. Another snag there. Izzy Sutton, I believe, came up with that one. Sent into the middle now. There's Grace Grabowski. I'm sure we'll be calling her name a lot, as we have been since she's been on this squad.
That's Peabody she's a sophomore out there, number 15 for the Eagles. You saw her get the ball finally over the midfield line.
But that was a nice pass. Nice moving pass up to Lily Solden. Solden keeps moving forward, scoots that one out in front, and that one kicked around, but a great job of the defenders and the goalkeeping. Karma Bailey staying with it the whole way, keeping her head on her shoulders, and keeps the ball out of the net.
Yeah, you can see on this replay here, I mean, Karma Bailey really goes down and just lays on top of the defender or the scorer, as well as the ball.
It's nice sportsmanship too. Help player gets up, give him the old pat, give her the old pat on the back, and move on.
It's sportsmanship, or maybe even some gamesmanship. Don't be shooting that ball on me hard. Not tonight. I'm helping you up, right?
So Bailey's been tested a little bit early here. 9:24 to go here in this first quarter. 4 quarters of action here. Girls high school field hockey. Here's another shot of Caitlin Carey. Sent that one whizzing by Molly Jenkins. And the Pioneers will come up again.
That pass, wasn't it? Heard the crack of that cross all the way up here.
Yeah, all the way up here. You know it's a good one when you can get that good reverb coming up here. That's Gabby Arocha there trying to send it up through the middle. These Skyline Eagle midfielders really need to get a little more aggressive, I think, so far, and try to send some passes to the outside once things get set up in the middle. It's all about quick touches, double passes here for this level of field hockey.
You know, speaking with the athletic director for Pioneer, Eve Claire, before this match, who's been the president of the Field Hockey Association for Michigan for the past 6 years, she was telling me that, you know, this is a hotbed, this area for field hockey. We have field hockey in our junior high schools here in Ann Arbor, not like a lot of schools in the area, so that just breeds where these youngsters can, get this cross in their hand early.
Yeah, that really says something about it. I mean, any sport, obviously, right? The sooner you get them to it, the sooner you get things acclimated, the better the program is going to be moving forward. Here's a nice play moving up there. Lily Solden one more time. Solden stick work in, but a kick save by Karma Bailey.
Corner, Pioneer.
And did that one go?
Is that a penalty?
Grace Grabowski will inbound.
So this will be a
corner.
Yep, corner. Corner send in. Set play here for the Pioneers. Start off by number 5, Grace Grabowski. They'll have some players in motion. A lot of those Eagles starting out in the cage. Grabowski sends a bouncing pass to the outside. Big swing from outside.
Great
there.
Save.
Lily Solden, massive stick, and another great job by Karma Bailey. Bailey doing a great job staying in front. Another kick save by Bailey, and man, she has looked stout in that net so far.
Going to be another corner after that penalty coming up, but that was a great job, like you said, of Bailey coming out. And you can see her on this replay. She was using all of the apparatuses in her hands, the padding on her foot, on her forearm here. She came up with that save, and then another kick save here. Just a great job of keeping her eye on that ball.
Back to action there. Tries to kick that one away, but to no avail, and that will be first blood for Pioneers. Coming out of those set plays, it's going to be really tough for the Eagles to continue to play on their heels that way. Lily Solden,
wow, that was
first
quick.
blood.
I mean, you could barely see it coming out of there. We got to slow that down to make me next time when we can see it. But Solden came out, got a great pass, and really did a great job of putting it cross cage across from Karma Bailey.
Yeah, to that point, Bailey had done a really nice job of being in the right position and being aggressive, and you know, whether it's going out for to kick that ball away. But yeah, let's see that one again.
See, here's the pass coming. Oh, she just came right in and just came in with a right, just slap right down on it.
Yeah, Bailey seemed a bit out of position. I don't know if she was screened on that a little bit, or maybe she wasn't thinking that Solden was going to come cross shot on that.
And Solden came down and got all ball on that cross. I mean, she came down. It was a great hit and solid. No part of that was mishit at all.
That one slapped out of bounds, and the Pioneers will take this one in at about midfield. Lucy Piker here about to send this one in.
Even right now, Nick, you even see some of the penalties are going against Skyline, and 2 resets and 2 corners. Wow, what a backhanded shot that was. Mid-sentence caught me.
Well, and I mean, you talked about, that the power off of that thing, but that hit the back of the net with a lot of force.
Yeah, and that goal is 4 feet deep. I thought it was going to end up being about 8 feet deep after that shot. That had some steam on it. I mean, and watch this backhand here. Woo.
Also now in for
I mean, we slowed it down there, folks, and we could barely still see the rock.
Well, Solden did such a great job of getting her body low and just having the correct mechanics, and the way that she swung that stick around low and on plane, she got every millimeter of that ball.
Pioneers aren't letting up now. They're going right back at it.
No, they are absolutely on a roll right now. They're not going to give up anything. And there's a nice backhand attempt there by Solden again. She's looking for the hat trick early.
Well, did you see what she did there? She flipped it up in the air and tried to hit it out of the air when she flipped it up. Let's see this. Watch when she gets down here. She'll flip it up, and she'll just bank it up like a baseball. Oh, that was the goal that we saw there, and man, that was incredible.
Just a blast, an
right
absolute hammer.
From 15, 16 feet out.
Pioneers continue to pressure the Eagles.
At forechecking.
Yeah, they've been unrelenting right now, and the Eagles have just got to be. I mean, we've said it. They seem like they're on their heels, but man, they've just got to be shaking their heads about what these Pioneers are doing. Boardman now down into the corner. Yeah, and when you've got players like Lily Solden right in the middle hitting these massive shots, you've got your Grace Grabowskis who are constantly around the net. It's tough sledding for the Eagles, just trying to get some air, basically.
And Solden is a senior captain, so you kind of expect that out of her. But, man, she's really showing up strong here early.
Yeah, big start, capitalizing on some opportunities. Now maybe an opportunity here for the Eagles as they're pushing forward. Emerson Nalipa there, sending it up, and now the Eagles might be able to push into their offensive zone for the first time this game. Maeve Kilbride sent that one right into a Pioneer midfielder, and there's a long pass up the middle received by Megan Kolb. Kolb not going to take it herself, sends it up one more time to her forwards, and that is a slap right there.
It's going to be a penalty inside, like an obstruction penalty, I believe.
And the Eagles waste no time keeping this one moving, but that one's sent. Great job getting the passing lane there by Lily Solden. She saw that pass coming a mile away, goes into the corner, sends to the middle for Grace Grabowski.
Oh, hand save.
And that's Karma Bailey just swatting that one away like the mosquito or a gnat out in front of the net. And man, these Pioneers are just swarmed in front of that net.
Oh, they planted their flag in front of Karma Bailey, and they're just hanging out there. It's like a tent. And like you said, let's see if we can see this one swatted down out of the air. Wow. You don't see too many high shots like that in this sport.
No, and that's 9 times out of 10. I feel like that's going to whiz over the goaltender's shoulder for just that reason. Looking for Grace Grabowski there up the middle. Still only 1:48 to go here in this first quarter. First quarter is just blindingly fast by all Pioneers.
That's it. And that, you know, last year even when we did a field hockey match, it seemed like a lot of restarts from the officials. We hadn't had that yet.
No, this one's been moving. Man, I would love that to not be the jinx of a Monday night. I'm confident that we're going to keep things moving along.
So here comes is this going to be a corner?
Another corner here, corner set play coming up for the Pioneers. Grace Grabowski seems to be the player to get things going.
Yeah, she's the trigger. She gets it going there, and she puts it in a great spot. Look at this.
Right on Solden's stick. One more touch, though, to her left. Big shot in, big rebound. And there was took a dive there. There's number 18, Olivia Rollins there. Gonna come up with a foul there.
And that's when you got a real kind of squad, when you can be playing sophomores. Watch this sophomore here. Quick stick work here. A little bit too much contact, though, there down low.
Caitlin Carey just blasts that one out. Didn't seem to have anybody in mind. Rollins back with the ball. Quick hit over to Grace Grabowski in the middle. Grabowski looks for open space, sends that one into the corner. Clara Jones, who we see a lot. I'm sorry, that was not Jones. That was Lily Boardman.
Another sophomore. And that little pass there, she's trying to pass it to herself, the Skyline player. That is taking the time.
And speaking of time, that is it for the first quarter here from Holloway Field. 2-0 as of right now for the Pioneers, but you never know what you might get on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
I'm Dana Denha, host of Ann Arbor's news magazine, FYI. Watch new episodes weekly, where I explore the ways that make Ann Arbor the destination to live, work, and play.
And welcome back, everybody, to Holloway Field on the campus of Pioneer High School. As you can see, the Pioneers up 2-0 on Skyline right now. Kevin, all Pioneers that first quarter.
It really was. I mean, it was really difficult for Skyline to get the ball out of their defensive zone and really give a breather to Karma Bailey, who did an outstanding job of keeping this only to a 2-0 score.
Yeah. Karma Bailey had some big saves, and she seems to be overly aggressive in that net. She's the one keeping this one close as of right now, and the Eagles really need to string together a couple of passes in order to find their way to the net. Pioneers now moving left to right on your computer or phone screen, maybe your tablet, whatever it might be.
I hope you're watching on all three at the same time.
Hey, why not?
Maybe, bounce it over to your big screen TV, right? You can do that from your phone.
Get all the clicks. That's right. The Pioneers in the white and purples, home white and purples. Eagles in those dark blues. But both squads have very defined numbers, which I'm always a big fan of, whether it's calling the game or watching at home. No weird fonts.
No, and it's actually, it helps
simple.
out the parents in the stands as well, too.
Free inbound here for the Pioneers. That one looked long, but it's going to be picked up by the Eagles. This might be the chance that they need to maybe get across midfield, set up a couple of passes, and then maybe have an open look at the net.
Another obstruction penalty there for Pioneer, and you're right, Nick. It looks like for the Eagles' money, they need to really get something going to keep this match tight.
There we got the Eagles almost bludgeoning their way through that defense. That was Emerson Nalipa again. Yeah, right now, obviously, the Pioneers just seem like a more crisp, fundamental team right now. Making those passes is the things that's getting them open, whereas the Eagles seem to be just scrambling a bit here and there. Like I said, they had that opportunity there. It was just sheer force of will to get through.
And even just looking at the rosters on the sideline, if we can see down, we can see that, there's only 5 players on the bench for Skyline, and you got double the numbers for Pioneer. So you got a lot of rested legs coming from one sideline.
Centering opportunity there for the Pioneers. Kicked aside one more time by Karma Bailey. We're going to have a free shot for the Eagles coming up. Big swing and hit there by Kate Howard, but didn't really seem to be looking for a particular player. And that's a nice shot coming into the outside there. Clara Jones.
Looks like that's going to be another corner coming up. But just before that play, the way it triggered, Skyline is triggering the ball to try to get it out, and right off of the pass, it's going into 2 defenders. Watch this, and the 2 defenders, one of them takes it right down the, was that number 14? She took it right down to the net, and that's the pressure that Bailey's been under in that net all first half.
Scramble out of the net by the Eagles. Ball gets hit up high, but they're going to call it, I believe offside was whistled before that one bounced into the cage.
Yeah, coming out a little bit soon there was Mavi Kilbright, and she came out just a little too soon. Good job, though, of getting her stick down on that ball. That's what Skyline needs.
Bowski getting ready to send it out one more time. Big swing there by Clara Jones. Jones on the left side on that set play instead of the right. She came out with a big right-handed swing.
Hey, I think the way that the corners are, it's sort of like the way that the new NFL kickoff rule is. Nobody can move until that offensive player touches the ball. Love it.
There's Jones, picks that one off, runs into it, and while that one got skirted aside, knocked in by, I believe, Lily Boardman put that one in.
Right place, right time for Boardman. Good job on the kick save there from Bailey, but did not get it out of the scoring position, and that rebound was just put right back in. Actually, it got beyond Bailey, and that was maybe just a straight-up pass.
Yeah, Jones did a great job of taking it as far as she possibly could, and then just scooting it right over to Boardman. 3-0 lead now for the Pioneers, and they're just piling on this Eagle team.
Now in for Pioneer number 10, Lily Soldman.
Lily Soldman checks back into this game. It's funny, we hadn't mentioned her name in the last couple of minutes.
Well, she took a break at the kind of like at the end of that first quarter, and unfortunate for the Eagles, she's back in.
Soldman and Clara Jones, I believe. Nope, Clara Jones just anticipating a pass. Nice job stepping in front of that by Caitlin Carey.
You know, it seems to me, Nick, like there seems to be a little bit more athletic ability right now on the Pioneer side. I mean, they're moving faster, and the passes are just spot on.
That long pass could not quite find Megan Kolb down there. But yeah, I think that you're right about that. So the forwards for the Pioneers, aside from those fundamental passes that they're making, you're right. They just look like they've got a quick step, and man, are they like just smacking the ball.
And it's just like that. It's just a hair too far for that outlet pass, but that's what we've been saying this whole match so far.
Whistle right there. The Eagles are going to try to make something going. But one more time, the Pioneers have no problem getting up into that passing lane. I believe that was Peyton Peters stepped in front of that one and continue to keep the ball in their offensive zone. 8:55 to go here in this first half. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, clicking, checking out some girls field hockey here. Pioneers against the Skyline Eagles.
And this is the first time we've seen Pioneer play it back to play it forward.
But it's expertly done. It's a really nice job of finding open space, keeping things wide, and then sending it where there's another open player.
And it stretches out that Eagles defense as well, too, and it leaves them susceptible to those long passes that we just saw on that replay.
Opportunity here for the Eagles coming up. Maeve Kilbride plays around with it a little bit. Nice little move there. Runs into some trouble. 3 Pioneer players before she turns it back around. She ran into 3 players. You got to think that there's got to be someone open somewhere, though, after that.
Not a lot of movement, though, out of the Eagles. It's a lot of stagnant players watching the ball as opposed to moving. Just the opposite when you see Pioneer with the ball. Everyone's moving before they even get the ball on their stick.
Yeah, those Pioneers are they're overlapping. They're going for open spaces, or they just know this is the general cut I need to make towards the net to either get a rebound or get a strong pass.
It's like they just need a little bit more continuity and feel with one another's game.
Lily Solden now flips that one into the middle. They're going to call that one a high shot.
And just in that action, I'm sorry to cut you off, but just in that action, you can see everyone's moving towards the net.
And there was Solden with a major backhand shot up high over Karma Bailey. Nothing she's going to do about that. Solden with a hat trick and an impressive goal to be sure.
Man, that might be the goal of the night. I mean, look at this one. I mean, Solden has been showing off some amazing antics with that stick, but she goes down low, and I don't know how that goes. Pops up with her right hand to the cross cage.
Well, that ball just explodes off of her stick. It's just amazing how it just off so quickly. And hey, we've got the faithful out there, too.
Got some fans out here. These fellas know what time it is.
That's right. That's right. Some of the Pie High faithful out there. There's no togas, but they're still looking good.
Thankfully.
More toga weather tonight than it was last Friday.
Oh, incredible cold night. And those twerps from down in Bedford had on togas.
Number 17, Lillian.
4-0 now for the Pioneers, and they're looking to continue to add on. Eagles are just trying to catch their breath and maybe get something to build on. Yeah, that one's deep into the corner. It's going to be who gets there first. It'll probably be Kate Howard. She seems to be the staunch anchor of this Eagle defense, but she has got a tall task in front of her.
Coach Fulkerson for the Eagles might want to think about calling a timeout to regroup this entire squad, give their defense a break, because again, we mentioned there's not a lot of players for Skyline, and so here's another look at that goal. Watch this explodes.
Number 18, Olivia Rollins.
And boom. We saw all of this play.
Well, and I mean, just great passing in a confined space. You know, to make the comparisons to soccer, it's not an easy thing to do to make these moves and find open shots when you're in the middle of this scrum.
And moving at top speed. I mean, so you're turning on and off the gas really fast.
Olivia Rollins, I believe, just checked back in for the Pioneers.
And this is something good for the Eagles to build upon as far as just getting some restarts on their offensive zone.
Kilbride there sends that one wide to Addison Peabody. Peabody gets it in, corrals it. Gabby Arocha. And now they're going to get an opportunity to slowly move this one forward. Interesting to see if they take just a big whack at it or if they can find an open player and maybe make some sort of set piece start to happen.
With so much time left in this match, I would think just even taking your time and keeping Pioneer on defense for a little bit as opposed to just making some willy-nilly passes and shots where you're back on your heels once again for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's a great call. It's always a lot more fun as a defender or a midfielder to be moving forward than running back on your heels playing defense. You always get that little bit more of a burst mentally as you're moving forward.
And it just gives your, like you said, that mental break on the defensive side where you're on your heels thinking, is this going to go in? Is this going to go in? Is Solden about to last another blast on us?
Yeah, Kilbride working it around in the corner. Harassed by that Pioneer defense, though. Lillian Schultz came up with that one. She's going to try to work it up the side. She's got Zoe Shookman up front. Shookman going into the corner, and that one's going to roll out of bounds.
It's going to go over, looks like, to the Eagles.
Caitlin Carey getting ready to hopefully get this one out of her zone. One touch. Couldn't get it over the stick of number 17, Lillian Schultz.
I think that was going to be, is that an offsides?
It's an advantage for the Pioneers. Maya Hammerman sends that one into the middle to nobody in particular, but none of the Pioneers could chase that one down. Nice job there by Addison Peabody to kind of block out that Pioneer defender and give herself an extra couple of minutes, or a couple of moments, excuse me. 3:06 to go here in this first half. We got some clouds covering up the sun. Put a little chill in the air.
We've had a little bit of everything these last couple of days here in Southeast Michigan. We've had the scorching heat. I turned on my heat in my house one day this weekend. I mean, it's fall.
Yeah, Southeast Michigan fall. Yeah, you're never totally sure what you're gonna get. You better break out all of the clothes. Get your hoodies, get your jeans, keep your shorts out just in case. Seems like there's a little less continuity on that offensive end for the Pioneers right now. They're having a hard time making the connection on the passes.
Yeah, the Eagle defenders have stepped up in this second period after that blast of a goal from Solden. You've seen the Eagle defenders they're manning up each player.
Worth mentioning though that Solden and Lily Boardman both on the bench as of right now. Getting a quick breath, maybe some orange slices. Probably won't see them again this half as there's only 2 minutes to go here. Fancy footwork from coach there, assistant coach.
Oh, good defense.
Nice job by the Eagles to get into that passing lane, try to turn it around, make something happen there. Addison Peabody one more time. Slick move by Emerson Nalipa. Peabody and Nalipa making things happen.
Yeah. Nalipa's only a freshman, too. Kilbride, go back. Good job with that stick. Poke check.
Yeah, we've seen Kilbride on offensive zone and we've seen her a lot on the defensive zone,
yeah.
but she's had some opportunities up front as well.
Okay, 1 minute.
But you said it a couple of moments ago. This Eagle team with their short bench, they're gonna get tuckered out. Whereas the Pioneers, again, they're
subbing in.
Yep, they're making their substitutions. Their biggest players, their most impactful players, they can rest their legs for a few minutes here or there. Get them back in when necessary. That one slapped hard into the corner. Uma Rao chases that one in, but will go out of bounds. 30 seconds to go here in this first half. See if the Pioneers can mount one more offensive opportunity. Rao once again takes that ball off the shoulder. Even if it is warmer out there, not a great feeling. That ball
can't feel
is
good.
not soft, dude.
It's solid.
7 seconds to go. Clock ticking down on this first half, but maybe a little bit of a chance almost for Edison Peabody. But one more time, stout defense by the Pioneers, and they'll be happy to take this one into halftime as of right now, up 4. But stick around, you never know what could be coming up in second half action here on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Mitch with CTN. Did you know CTN is available on both Android and iOS platforms for free?
That's right, you can find us on the Cablecast app. Just look up CTN and all your favorite local programs are right at your fingertips. But that's not all. CTN is also on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. If this is for you, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Then navigate to the About tab for instructions on how to set it up on your device. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch our live meetings and all of our CTN-produced programs at youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor. So come watch CTN, where we aim to connect, create, and communicate.
Wheeler Park is just under 2 acres in size, located just north of downtown Ann Arbor in the Carytown area. The park is packed with activities. The park contains a playground, restroom building with water fountain, a walking, running skate track, basketball court, plaza with benches, picnic shelter with picnic tables and grills, an open field area, and an asphalt walk connection to all the activities. In 2020, the Allen Creek Railroad berm project was completed, resulting in a tunnel under the railroad to create a path that connects Wheeler Park to the Border to Border Trail. The trailhead is accessed at the corner of Depot and 5th Street at the crosswalk at the northeast corner of the park. For more, visit a2gov.org/parks.
Hello again, everybody. Looking down on Holloway Field, the Pioneers enjoying a 4-0 lead over their crosstown rivals, Skyline Eagles. It has been all Pioneers. Kevin.
All Pioneer. And, you know, we kind of expected this coming in with the defending state champs, you know, going against a crosstown rival. But you see the way that Pioneer came out just overly aggressive. I mean, they wanted to put their stamp on this match right away.
Team to switch sides here in anticipation of this second half. Lena Hammerman now moving that one down along the bottom of your screen, moving right to left. But here's where the Pioneers have been so dangerous this entire game is this forecheck. The Eagles think just because they've got an opportunity doesn't mean that the Pioneers are giving up on it. That one, though, scoots on by up to Emerson Nalipa. Nonetheless, that one's corralled in by number 18, Olivia Robbins, who we've seen a little bit of.
As you were saying, that was the first time that I can recall a long outlet pass like that from Skyline got through the Pioneer defense.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and it almost got a solid opportunity there for the Eagles, but cleaned up nicely, tidied up nicely by that Pioneer defense. Advantage penalty there, and Eagles might be cooking something here. That one gets sent off into the corner off the stick of Emerson Nalipa. Pioneers jump in there, grab that, and quickly get it out of their zone, nearly out of their half, trying to get back onto their offensive half.
It's a good beginning, though, of this second half for the Eagles already. Just their body language, and it looks like they came out looking to execute a lot better strategy than they did in that first half. Yeah,
I think that's a great call, and I wonder if maybe just getting that 5-6 minute break there, not a long halftime, but any little bit of relax, chill out, maybe stretch out the legs a little bit, get off your feet for a couple of minutes. That's what they needed. Maybe that was what the doctor ordered for this Eagle squad.
And even before our cameras got fired up for the second half, you saw Skyline was at center field waiting for Pioneer to come out of their team huddle. They were excited to go.
And that's what you like, right? You've got to motivate them. You've got to get these players excited and jazzed up to get going. And you said it. That's exactly what it was for these Eagles. 12:24 to go here in this third quarter. Time ticks down. Lena Hammerman started that one off, and we'll see the Pioneers doing a great job of working that around, finding an open player, solid passes, not too much bounce on that ball from stick to stick by the Pioneers. That's exactly what you need in field hockey.
You were saying earlier that Pioneer won the state champ last year. This year, if they win it, well, I'm sorry, next year if they win it, it'll be a sanctioned sport by the MHSAA. It was just for the last, I think, this is the second time that all of the coaches had approached the MHSAA about allowing this to be a sanctioned sport. So kudos for the coaches. Eve Claire, I mentioned earlier, part of that, and it should bring more players and hopefully more schools including this as a sport for all of the players in the school.
And that's got to be the big hope right there, getting more schools involved with it. Obviously things always come down to money and what's going on with your school district that way, but just having it as an officially sanctioned Michigan High School Athletic Association situation, it just helps so much.
It really does. It takes care of it, and as far as all the planning that goes for all those tournaments we were talking about, you won't have as many crazy teams coming in from out of state. You could have more teams that are playing for their conference championships, more rivalry matches going on. It's really the dawn of the sport really coming after 30 years of being played in Michigan. I believe it was this year they had it in the Olympics as well too.
Was not aware of that. Missed them. Like that. And the visibility there goes a long way as well. I mean, just seeing a match like that on TV could get somebody interested, and that's all it takes. Just a little bit of visibility goes a long way, which is what we're doing out here too. Trying.
And you think about it, this really helps out the hockey. The women's hockey playing, because now these players, I'm assuming some of these players out here will be playing women's hockey later on in the fall or in the winter.
Working on their stick work in the fall before the winter time, absolutely. Yeah, and that goes back to athletes playing multiple sports, how that goes so far for somebody. Like, you know, even if you want to focus in on hoops, you don't want to play just hoops all year round. You want to play some of those fall sports. You want to get into things in the springtime. That just makes you a more well-rounded individual on so many different levels.
And especially even after you finish playing, because then you come back, you have your reunions, and you're talking about the players. You're talking about that bus ride. You're talking about the camp. It's more than just the wins and losses when you're playing high school sports. And I think that's my problem sometimes with travel leagues. You know, that when these players that are so good that can play on their high school team, but they choose, and it's their choice, to play on a more of an individualized sport as opposed to playing for your school colors.
Yeah, I'm on your team on that one. I'm definitely pro high school sports as opposed to the other. Nice pass out there for Lena Hammerman. Hammerman whiffs on it.
Boy, did she. That went off of her foot, and, you know, she's looking at it because it almost went off of her top of her forehead, too. That ball is bouncing all over the place. But you can just see and hear the difference of the passes from Pioneer. You hear a crack of a baseball bat almost when Pioneer is passing it, and you can't hear anything. Let's take a look at this replay. Watch this. Keep your eye on the ball. Whoa, that was close.
Yeah, Hammerman went full bore on that one and just missed.
Looked like my drive.
You see Grace Grabowski now coming back up the middle.
Great
she
pass.
sends the player into the corner. Great pass into space. And that one got flipped up into the middle.
I think that was Kira Jones. Kira Jones was trying to pass that one across the net because there's another player coming in, and just that ball just hopped a little bit over her stick.
Rollins there sends that one into the open player. I believe Grace Grabowski there. Grabowski trying to work her way in. Backside first. Grabowski, nice job of getting into the middle. There goes that just the dominant physical play that we talked about, just seemingly just better athleticism coming out of the Pioneers.
And communication. If you can hear from our mics down on the sideline, the Pioneers are chanting. So they started to really, you know, amp up that chant as the ball got closer and closer and closer to the net. That team camaraderie, I love to see.
Yeah, when you're having a low moment or a tired moment, hearing your teammates chant, hearing your teammates yell, getting things going, that's what allows you to dig deep and find a little something extra in the tank. You never know what you might pull out of there. And there's a streaking coming up the right side, then right across the front of the goal mouth, and that one will go in for the 5th goal for the Pioneers.
I think that was Grabowski off of the pass right in front of the net.
Yeah, replay will for sure settle that, but I believe you're right.
Yeah, but Grabowski was the recipient of some great stick work, and look at the brothers out there. They're out there cheering on.
The faithful.
Pioneer substitution now in the game, number 10, Lily Soldan.
And we'll get right back to that replay in 1 sec.
There's a down player. Maggie Lamb hit the turf. Gets her assignment off that one. I believe we'll have Lily Solden getting ready to shoot this one up now.
And I'm still trying to see who that was on that breakout. That 13?
Gabby Howden, I believe.
Yeah, and man, she did a great job of taking that all the way in, and then Grabowski takes it in for the goal, right?
Well, Howden was great because she chased that one down on the right side, got a hold of the ball, then came right up the center.
Yeah, she made a beeline to the net and did a great job of still controlling the ball on that turn.
And then kudos to those other Pioneer players, Grabowski first among them, to crash the net when they saw the player going in that way. 5:40 to go now. Pioneer, no problem playing this one back. Get yourself a little bit of breathing room. Eagles trying to press up.
I'm sorry, but what I was going to say is, again, it sets up their offense, too. When they bring it back, that brings that the defense out for Skyline, and Pioneer has no problem. We've seen it time and time again tonight in this match, how they can just 1-2 pass it or take it in single, just like we just saw.
Yeah, that last play is a glaring example of that for the Pioneers. They've got quick players, smart players, and a team that's ready to back them up.
And I think Bridget Schaefer, the sophomore, is actually in the cage now for Pioneer. And, you know, we saw Park in there to start the match, and we couldn't say her name at all.
No, we did not. You're right. Park was in there, but we didn't mention her name a single time. Not that we don't like her.
No.
Just not tested even a little bit. But you're right, Bridget Schaefer, number 44, in there now for the Pioneers. And I'm sure that's what Coach Nixon wants. She doesn't want us calling her name.
No, that's exactly right. If you don't mention your goalkeeper's name, great things. And especially kudos to those defenders up front doing the hard work of keeping that ball from even, you know, sniffing out the net.
Well, and that comes from communication as well, and maybe that did actually stem from Park as well, calling plays out. And he got shot out front. Lena Hammerman getting ready to lay the Hammerman there, but
great save.
Away.
A good save there by Bailey coming out again, and she came out. Looks like she did a kick save after the hand save, batting that ball down. She's been busy. Unlike Pioneer's keeper, we've mentioned Bailey numerous times.
We knew Karma Bailey's name from the start.
And check out that. Look at this defense here. I mean, she's definitely going to earn some extra orange slices after this match. She has on the orange shirt. That's what's throwing me off.
Yeah. Bailey, 2 nice plays there to knock those away and keep her team only at a 5-goal deficit. 3:20 to go. Midfield scrums now, but nice play up there by Maya Hammerman one more time coming up the top side.
A lot of those attacks have been coming from the top side, maybe because a lot of them are right-handed players.
Yeah, thinking back to that first half, it did seem like there was a lot of plays starting on the near side, so obviously things switch out. But that didn't stop players like Lily Solden from that backhand shots.
I mean, right when you said Solden's name, she's out there just showing off her handles. And it's just like a basketball player dribbling the rock. I mean, she had it on a string.
Yeah,
I mean, just check this
player.
out. I mean, when she's handling the rock, I mean, that's a clinic right there. Still got a couple of defenders, and she still has the rock stuck to the stick, right?
She had no problem going right into 3 players and still almost made them miss. And the important thing is she could find somebody open once she draws those defenders in.
You know, I don't even think we've seen a corner from Skyline.
Nope.
That's how good the defense has been. And you can see here just a little bit, a good kick save there from Bailey. Whoa, so get out of here. Now she's going deep in the bag.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of tricks from Lily Solden tonight, and I don't think she's done yet.
Well, she etched her name in that key last year when she beat Celine, and this is what she's doing now. She's going between the legs. That is some sick work.
Well, and another great play. Once again, she made that amazing first move, got around those players, and then as that Skyline defense collapsed in on her, she was looking for her teammate out front.
Yeah, the communication you can hear definitely different from the Pioneer side from when the Skyline has the ball. Skyline is trying to look down at the ball. As you were saying, there's Solden. She has peripheral vision that she can see and feel where the other players are at, as well as hear her teammates.
Well, that's the experience of playing any sport like this. You think about basketball, so many players when they first start playing, they look down when they dribble. It's that ability to keep your head up dribbling. Same thing with ice hockey or field hockey here.
This looks like to be the first corner of the second half, and it's just unfortunate really for Skyline that they've been on the wrong side of these.
Yeah, they've gotten more than enough practice of that jailbreak out of the net. I don't believe Grace Grabowski is in right now, so we've got a different
Solden
player
out
starting
there.
out there. Is that Solden starting it off?
Yeah, she's at, no, Solden is right at the point,
she's
right
in the
in front of us right here, number 10.
Of course, looking right at her. Flubs the reception a little bit, but sends it one more to the right. Big hack there by Olivia Rollins.
Yeah, getting Kilbright is caught the wrong end of that ball, but looks like it's going to trigger another corner.
Alexis Heiss will serve.
Sent into Solden. Solden, that one hopped over her stick one more time. She's going in, though, trying to take it in herself. Players collapse in with her. Pass to the side, and another save by Karma Bailey, but can't stop the second attempt or the third attempt by the Pioneers, and that will be another goal for the Pioneers.
And now we'll get a timeout. It looks like it's coming in for the Eagles, but all of this action was triggered, you know, by the strong play of Solden taking that ball all the way around. Bailey did all she can, but where are the defenders?
No, Bailey made two really impressive saves, but couldn't keep that up the whole way. And if I'm not mistaken, that will do it for the third quarter. I didn't hear a whistle, but that's it as the time is dropping down now, 1:38 to go. So we will break momentarily, but we will be right back with fourth quarter action here on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Hello, my name is Andre Anderson, and I'm the police chief of the Ann Arbor Police Department. You know, each year, millions of sports fans transverse to our city to watch football. We want to be your place of destination. Thank you for being here, and thanks for being part of a winning culture.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Patrick McGuire. Are you looking for great drinks and a cold beverage? The Main Street Social District is a great place to explore our downtown area while enjoying an alcoholic beverage. There's also lots of great tailgates in the stadium area. Just remember, outside of the Social District, open alcohol is prohibited on public streets and sidewalks.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chief Jason Forsberg. From where to park to how to get around on game day, we've made it easy. Here's a QR code to help you navigate the city and provide helpful information as you travel to and from Michigan Stadium.
And welcome back, everybody, to CTN Sports Game of the Week. Start of the fourth quarter here from Holloway Field on the campus of Pioneer High School. Pioneers taking on the visiting Skyline Eagles. This might as well go one more time, Kev. All Pioneers.
Really, the offensive Pioneer has just been stout. We talked about in the beginning the defense, the way they're forechecking has just been stymieing each time the Eagles have tried to start any type of attack. But it's really been the offense this entire second half because no corners for the Eagles, no shots on the net. It's just been all possession by the Pioneers.
There, the Eagles with a little bit of a forecheck, trying to make something happen, trying to get something going. They do seem to be quick starters. We mentioned that coming out strong out of the gate, out of these minor breaks. So maybe they can make something happen here for themselves in this first couple of minutes.
And as you say that, here comes that Pioneer offense. Once again, it's the passing that allows them to continue their attacks. And you can hear the communication. That's behind you. That's in front of you. All of that's coming from the sideline to tell the players on the field what's going on. That's just great for Coach Nixon's squad.
Yeah, you love that in any sport, but of course with the sports where you've got to be aware of things going down at your feet, having a whole squad cheering you on and directing you is so huge, and that's been a big part of what the Pioneers have done offensively and defensively. Play it back one more time to the Pioneer defense, trying to switch fields. Low roller up past Lily Solden there.
Not a lot of attacking through the center of the field. Pioneer utilizing the edge, and I think that is giving them a little bit of extra when they have that sideline. See how she takes the edge there and just outspeeds the Skyline defender.
Yeah, when you're faster, I mean, that goes a long way, but you still have a stick and a ball down there that you've got to keep track of, and they're doing an excellent job of just blowing right by these Eagle defenders and Eagle midfielders. That one scooted wide, and the Pioneers seemingly will have another opportunity to get going here. 12:45 to go here in this fourth quarter.
You know, the difficult thing about these corners is if you take a wide shot, and we looked at the 50-yard line, look at see how far the defenders are away from the action. You get 4 defenders in the cage, but your middies and your forwards are all the way out. They can't get back in and help, so those first shots really are scary.
And Solden ripped that one in there, and that's actually something we haven't seen from her a lot, but there out front, a little miscommunication out front by the Eagles defenders, and the Pioneers put another one past Karma Bailey and the Eagles.
Yeah, and I think Grabowski did a great job on the pass on this one, and it looked like she's the one that's going to get the assist going over to Boardman. So here's 5 is Grabowski right in front of the cage. Now watch her, she gets it, and look at that dime. I mean, and she put it right on the stick too. Not too hard, not too fast, just enough speed and the placement.
Yeah, having the wherewithal that close to the net, it's really easy to get that adrenaline going, and you're not thinking, all you're doing is thinking about just slapping it, but she kept her head on her and sent, like you said, just a perfect pass down to Lily Boardman.
This is going to be some good tape for Coach Nixon to take a look at. I mean, this has been a solid effort all the way around by the entire squad, really. And she's been able to sub players in, so it's not just been one-sided with your starters.
Yeah, that's a great point as well. Where the starters have had played really well, played really strong, but had their chance to go and get their breaks. And like you said, sub in some of the other players as well. Everybody gets a chance at the crosstown rival tonight.
And that last goal by a sophomore. So I mean, it's a good mixture of classes the class who scored. You know, you had a couple seniors, a junior, and a sophomore.
Yeah, two goals for Boardman tonight, so she can find the net when necessary. Someone else that can find the net when necessary. It's CTN Sports Game of the Week. We've got a lot going on here.
We got another field hockey match coming up.
Got some more field hockey, a couple of weeks, but a lot of football as well, so stick around for all of these, folks.
Anxious to see that Skyline Eagle team against the River Rats. Skyline has a lot of talent, and see if they can put it together.
These Eagles now trying to work it around. That was number 14, I believe that was Gabby Arocha.
Rocha's underclassman as well too, so maybe some of the better days for the Eagles are ahead of them.
Yeah, that's a great point too. I mean, there are big lessons you can take away from an underclassman going up against such a strong squad. Seeing how these other players keep their heads, seeing how these players do hit their sticks a certain way. You can pick up a lot from the correct competition.
Looking way ahead on the schedule, looks like Pioneer is going to be hosting the state semifinals right here on this field. So, you know, maybe a little hometown cooking or home cooking going on here.
Never hurts. Never hurts. that one off the stick of Arocha again. Seems like they're really trying to get her involved, and maybe she'll be the straw that stirs the drink for the Eagles here.
It'd be nice to see him get on the board.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely. Going into the hostile environment, putting one or two in the net would be a big growing opportunity for the Eagles. Yeah, and more big defensive plays here by the Pioneers. Gaining the zone one more time. The Pioneers sends that one wide. Smart pass down into the corner, but just led Boardman a little too much.
McGowan on the pass there, and that's the difference when you saw when Grabowski, when she, had that pass out front. It was just a nice, easy, soft pass.
Hard shot attempting to get it out of the Eagles zone. Gobbled up by the Pioneers as per usual. Grace Grabowski in the middle. Just a ball hawk. Just knows where that thing's going, can anticipate long passes, and gets to where they need to be. And she starts things off for the Pioneers. I mean, just a massive player.
When you're taking a look over at the lighting, we don't need the lights on, guys. The sun is doing a great job.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay on that. I think we'll be okay on that. With 7:20 to go, I do not think those light towers need to be on. But who knows what's going on after this? It's hard to say.
There's another. It's like a home run hit.
Yeah, might as well keep the strength and conditioning up.
And check some of these crosses, man. They might be bent after this game.
Dented, yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. But I mean, that's something else, right? Like that's your conditioning. If you're still hitting big shots in the fourth quarter and you're still putting a lot of wood on that ball in the fourth quarter, that says a lot about you as a player.
Yeah, because you're not just swinging the stick, you're carrying it up and down the field. So it is going to wear on you as the game goes on.
Grabowski now with a player right on her hip, bounces that one in. Bailey kick save away.
You're not kidding. She's aggressive out of the cage.
Yeah, she's see ball, get ball. She definitely has that mentality in there.
You don't even have to. Yeah, that's Solden, right?
Oh, of course. I mean, who else is going to stick work like that?
Jeez.
Yeah, Solden just reminiscent of a young Pavel Datsuk in there. Just the way she keeps the ball so close to her stick. Really impressive to watch. Grabowski now trying to send that one in. Oh, sorry. Sends that one out. Woo. Big shot, big swinging shot there by Ann McGowan.
Good job on the defense there from Maddie Clark getting her stick in the way. And if not, that probably would have found the back of the net.
You could be right.
Now take a look at this shot here. I mean, here's the big whack.
Pioneers defense getting the party started as usual. That one up high. Boardman now trying to beat her player down into the corner.
Gotta like the effort out of these Eagles, though. They're not quitting. Good body language there. I mean, they're still just trying to get down and I would say learn from each attack.
Yeah, that's a great point. There's no head hanging. You know, maybe people are a little tuckered out, but they're still fighting. They're not giving anything up. They're collapsing strongly on the defensive end.
And see, look at that stop. Look at that Bailey.
Bailey loves to lead with the foot. She comes out almost foot first. So I mean, if that's her background, I'm not sure, but that's a unique way to play. It might be. It might be something like that. Soccer or hacky sack, maybe. There we can see that. There's the hacky sack right there.
The hacky sack.
No, she's played a heck of a match. This match could be really out of control if it wasn't for Karma Bailey.
If you wanted to look at the stats, she's probably got the most stats as far as saves.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. 4:05 to go here in this one. Not much to do other than to watch the clock tick down here with Pioneers up 7-0. Also probably worth mentioning, everybody that makes this broadcast possible, even on short notice. This crew gets things together and gets things done in the
They don't need much time to set things up.
Just incredibly professional, incredibly smooth, a well-oiled machine that starts with our camera guys out there, Mad Mike Koski, Katsumi Tim Nagai, and Ken Simpson out there right now. Replay Mike Davis down in the
Does
truck.
he have a nickname
and of
yet?
course, no, that's Mike, no nickname yet, Davis.
There you go.
It's still early. And Rob the Boss Cross down there making everything happen. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. I'm Nick Wisniewski, next to Kevin the Mayor Bryant. Big slap wide. Yeah, there you go. Nice job receiving that one by Maddie Clark.
Look at Bailey. What was that?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What was that? Was that a whistle and they were throwing the ball down?
I never heard a whistle, but I mean, it definitely was a stoppage, so no big deal, no harm.
That was wild.
I think that kind of caught almost everybody off guard.
It looked like Bailey was like, all right, I've done enough job of saving. If you're going to shoot it from that far back, I'm just going to allow it to roll and see if it goes in.
Yeah, there had to have been some sort of, maybe it was an offsides. Maybe she knew that being where she was at. The official was down on the end line with her.
Yeah, because it was a free shot after that. But watch this. I mean, and everybody's still playing. And if you hear us live, I mean, man, she has some good eyes, too, to eyeball it to the post.
Right. Like, it seemed like even her head barely moved. Like, yeah, like you said, she just watched it go right onto the post. She knew it was no big deal. Never any sense of urgency about it.
None. And that's opposite of what we've seen out of her this entire match. I mean, she's been on point on all of these saves.
Exactly. That's how you know that she knew the right thing, because if there was any chance that was going in, she would have been all over that. Pioneers one more time all over these offensive set plays. Solden got low but couldn't find the hammer that you've seen from her.
And that was a set play because you saw three attackers just to the left of the keeper, and Solden sends the ball down there, and it was an opportunity for either of those players to take a swag, just a swag at the ball, but you can see this here as it comes in. 1, 2, and it just got by Grabowski at the end.
Yeah, three Pioneer players had that bounce up off their sticks, and it was just, couldn't corral it, couldn't get after it.
Now we're into the final minute of play as Pioneer will trigger it back in. It still would be nice if the Eagles could just flip the field, and these last moments, you don't see the body language like they have any anticipation of doing that, but it'd be nice if they could get something towards the net, because that's exactly what it looks like Pioneer's trying to do. Now in our final 20 seconds. One more save there by Bailey. Grabowski, she has her mind set on the goal, but that's pretty much going to do it for the match as the seconds go down to triple zeros on the clock. It'll be a 7-0 Pioneer victory over the Eagles. We are going to take a break, and in this break, you guys can decide, because I think we have already, who's going to be our key player of the game. We'll be right back after the short break.
Middle school night here at Pioneer are welcome to go to the bell tower.
Pioneers now 28 seconds to go, still only down a bucket. Half-court offense just so electric in this gym right now. Both sides feeding off of each other. And there's Micah Powell for three. high, and that one rattles in. Are you kidding me? Thanks a lot, Kev, down here on the field post-game. Lily Solden, key player of the game. You've gotten that one before. We found another spot for it.
Yeah.
It's really easy for other teams to hone in on you, but you got your whole team involved. Tell me a little bit about how important that was tonight.
It's important just to like use our whole team because like that's how you win. You never win by just dribbling up the field by yourself. It's always like your teammates hustling back, you know, like getting the passes, like starting it up, and like positive communication. So. And
that forecheck, how big of a deal was that for you guys? Because you had the ball in your offensive zone so much of the game.
Yeah, it's important to like keep it up there because like even a single breakaway, like it could just get past our defenders. So keeping it up there and keeping possession is really important.
And lastly, again, just an impressive player. We talked about it the whole broadcast. You find so many different ways to put the ball in the net. How often are you practicing these different things, or how has that come to you?
Usually, like every time at practice, I always just try new things and like going to the field on my own, hitting around. Like it's always fun trying new things. Doesn't matter if you mess up. Like that's how you get better. So just yeah.
Words to live by. That's get creative. And it can't hurt. And these are the results of it. Lily Solden, thank you so much. Key player. Great game tonight. Kev, back to you.
That's some words for us to live by, Nick. I mean, we make so many mistakes up here. Maybe we can get better on our Friday Night Lights coming up. Well, for the entire CTN crew, I'd like to thank you for tuning in and hope that you hit that subscribe, like button, and share as well if you're watching on YouTube. Until next time, for everybody here at CTN Sports, I'm Kevin Bryant. Have a great night.